Good afternoon, everyone. It is 12:22 p.m. on February 13th, 2025. Um, I um, I just woke up. Excuse me. I made a community post this morning at 6 o'clock, and I talked about how I was making plans for the ship post and how I am also developing a new game. So it's just some kind of good news, nothing bad, not me complaining, but um if you are a fan of the Shitpost series, or whether if you're a teenager or if you're an adult, this podcast will be very, very important for you to know. Probably not going to care because it's like a small little change, but I do still think that it's important. So, um, I have been struggling for the past several months of getting season 7, episode 10 out. It's not because I feel like nobody is watching the shit post. It's just simply it's because I just don't have the motivation to do it. Around this time of year, I do end up be getting depressed, so I kind of just like lose motivation for everything. Period. Um, so that could be another reason. But we do have season 7, episode 10 already recorded, but and drafted. It just have not been processed yet. Um, so the change that I am making after the shitpost series, it's something that most people in the film industry do with TV shows. They'll animate TV shows and then they'll release them. They don't do what I do. They don't animate, then release, animate, and then release. If you haven't noticed, for the past 4 years, that's actually how my shitpost series have been operating. They just have been animated and then released. And sometimes, if I'm not too busy or if the shitpost episode is easy enough for me to do, sometimes you'll get 2 and 3 episodes a day. So I was gonna think about doing another schedule, something that's probably will that will go along with my college, and just make a schedule probably to release every Wednesday if we're going to do the shitpost series like this. Now, also when I do the shitpost series, they do take up quite a lot of space on my both my iPad and my iPhone. And considering I don't have a lot of space like that, and I'm also developing the game, which is I will get into shortly, it will probably be a lot more complicated to do. So after season 7, episode 10, I was supposed to been record a theme song, which we did. It's been recorded since 2 or 3 months ago, back in 2024. But we kind of just doesn't like it. Now you're probably wondering, what is the theme song for season 7 that you guys possibly don't like? Um, the Hello Kitty and Friends theme song from the 1990s. We used that, but then we were like, no, because every season from 1 through 6, we've used a nostalgic commercial tune. We took a nostalgic commercial that we had that we saw when we were kids, and we just pretty much stole the music from that and made it into a theme song. So every theme song would range somewhere between 25 or 26 seconds to 30, 31 seconds, sometimes 40. I don't know which one's the 40, but still, it's just an estimated guess as the creator. The Hello Kitty and Friends theme song is about 1 minute, which is most theme songs for TV shows are about a minute. But for ours, it were around a 30-second, 40-second mark, depending on how long the theme is. So, I was supposed to re-record season 7's theme. My crew, my crew was supposed to come over to our house, and Josanna and I and the Sing 1 2 group was supposed to record another song, but I've been so busy with other things that have been sucking up my time that I just couldn't bring myself to either record and do it by myself along with Josanna like we did back in season 1 4 to 5 years ago, or I just just didn't feel like it. I couldn't push myself to do it, period. You know why. So with that being said, I do believe that preparation is a thing that keeps most people's minds cleared of stress. So what we're going to do is we're going to record episodes, animate the episodes, fully edit the episodes, and what we're going to do is we're going to store them on one of our Google Photos account, so we're not taking up space on our other photos that I am using for the game. Upon that, we are also going to be recording the theme songs beforehand, just in case if we're saying, okay, we want to make changes, or maybe if Josanna says, I don't like this song, or if I say, yeah, I don't think this will go good, you know. So yeah. Oh, on top of that, with season 8, like I said, we're going to be animating all the episodes, editing all the episodes, and then they'll just be ready to go. And then for season 8, our schedule will be every Wednesday, which is good because Wednesdays are marking days for us. It's like every Wednesday. So if there are 10 episodes in one season and we upload an episode every Wednesday in a month, assuming every month has 4 Wednesdays, which is they do because every month has 4 weeks. Um, that means season 8 most likely will not be finished if we start it in March. Season 8 most likely would not be finished until June. Because like I said, there's 10 episodes. So we got 1 Wednesday, 2 Wednesday, 3 Wednesday, 4, 5 Wednesday, 6 Wednesday, 7 Wednesday, 8, 9 Wednesday, 10 Wednesdays. And then the theme song is just going to be released whenever we want. Unless you guys think that they also should be released on Wednesday. Now remember, with the seasons, with the shitpost compilation with the seasons, we do the compilation before uploading the theme song. So if we upload a single episode of season 8 every Wednesday, then most likely the compilation will be uploaded on Wednesday. But remember, these episodes are pretty much being uploaded during the work week, which is, I know a lot of my adults who have jobs or in college and school themselves, or who aren't doing either but taking care of children themselves. I know they're not going to take a break and watch our shitpost episode. So the compilations will be released on the weekend, Friday or Saturday. Um, so, Friday or Saturday, not Sunday, because we're going to stream it at night. All right, instead of in the middle of the day like we used to do. Um, so that's our plans for the Shitpost series. Now, let's talk about the game developing. Now, Fruit Catch did not perform well. It only had 8 downloads, still being free, and that's just for the demo version. The full version, which included the English translation, I have not made a single penny on it, guys. It is only $2.20, and I'm pretty sure that I only get probably $1 if you were to pay 220. But that's why I'm also doing commissions. It's kind of sad too if you think about it, because I also do commissions and I get paid for my commissions more than I get paid from YouTube or itch.io. $2.20 isn't nothing. It's like no matter how much I advertise this, people just simply isn't interested, which is fine. So I'm in the process of making another game, and sadly, this game will not be free. It will also be paid for as soon as I get finished. I am giving myself 5.5 months to get this project completed because all of the hard stuff with the code is pretty much already over. I started this game maker project 2 weeks ago. The name of the game is called Clay Mom and Gel Dad Says. Um, it is a spoof of Simon Says, but hear me out. If you guys ever played Poppy Playtime Chapter 2, you would know inside of the chapter, Mommy Longlegs tells you to go to musical memory. Musical memory is just nothing but a Simon Says. But they just, they pretty much just plastered musical memory or cognition test or whatever, some kind of nerdy long nerdy long title. It's not but Simon Says. And if you haven't played Poppy Playtime, or if you're just simply not interested in the game, you don't have to go and play it. I'll just go ahead and tell you what the game is. Like I said, it's Simon Says. So you know, red, red, blue, blue, red, blue, green. You know what I'm saying? It's just sequence and patterns. There are rounds that get more complicated and more harder, which is something that we are going to implement in our Clay Mom and Gel Dancers game. However, once you make it to round five, the game just really just starts glitching and acting up and start giving you all this random bullshit, and then you have to set the reset button, and then boom, the game is broken. That's all. With the Clay Mom and Gel Dancers, unlike the Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 musical memory game, you have letters, you have shapes, you have numbers, and you also have colors. Um, I'll just go ahead and tell you what the game looks like as of now. Clay Mom and Gel Dad are separated by a screen. This screen will show one of four objects every sequence: letter, number, color, and shape. Um, you are to match that sequence. The same, the same audio that you kind of hear from the Poppy Playtime game, if you did play it, it's the same audio that we were using in our game. I told my sister Josanna when we were developing the game that it was a great idea to do it. We want it distinct enough so Mob Entertainment don't sue us, but we want it similar enough for people to say, hey, I played this in Poppy Playtime before, just to point at the recognition. So, the Clay Mom and Joe that, game sets. Now, you're probably asking, is this game going to have a Korean version? Sadly, no. Because we're doing the English alphabet, we're doing colors, we're doing shapes, and we're doing numbers. As fun as it will be to have a Korean version, I had to do a lot of editing, and within just that one day beginning my coding, I ended up making over 118 sprites within 3 or 4 hours. So just think about that. If I do a Korean version of this game, that means everything from the title screen to the language coding to the game itself has to be done. And then on top of that, instead of Clay Mom and Gel Dad saying ABC, they'll be saying Ga Na Da. Instead of saying 1, 2, 3, they're going to be saying Hana Tu Set. And the thing is, as much as I know Korean and as much as I love Korea, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to re-record all of that. This game, guys, when we first started developing, the game actually gave us some problems, but we're not going to blame Game Maker for that because we were the ones coding. So we just don't want to run into any problems at all. The game, I don't know if I want to make it a part of the Yayaland Scary Mansion Teen Girls game yet, considering it's using the Kim Ha family, and the Kim Ha family is really appointed towards, excuse me, 21 and up. I don't know if I want to make this a teen game. Um, that's also going to be kind of hard to do. So we don't know how to really make the game for adults, other than other than a sequence. But I would say right now that the game is not for children. All right, let's just go ahead and put a disclaimer out there right now. Even though it mimics Poppy Playtime, a game that's rated T for teen, this game is just solely not for 13 and up. It's really for 16 and up, but that could and will change in the future. If it does, I will let you know. If it doesn't, I will let you know in the community post. So, how much is this game is going to cost? Not that you guys will probably care about it anyway. Um, Despite that, I'm giving myself 5 months into the game. The game is practically finished. All I have to do is extra assets and import some like loading screens and stuff. It's probably going to be about the same as Fruit Catch, probably $2. It's probably not going to be $2.20, but it's going to be $2. Um, just to play because it's a very easy game. All right. As far as like the animation and stuff of the game, we are going to fix the animations, but that's going to all be a part of the Kim Ha family game cleaning up process. It's going to be like the same as Fruit Catch. You're going to have the title screen. There isn't a day night mode. Unfortunately, Josanna wanted a day and night mode, but there just wouldn't be a difference between day and night. So we just simply aren't going to do day and night. It's going to be pretty much a straightforward game, and yes, it is also going to be an endless game. I don't know if I want to add 100 rounds or maybe 1,000, but I probably end up adding 100 rounds just to keep you guys playing. If you are gonna play, there is going to be a score. The score will be kind of easy. So for every sequence you get right, you get 50 points. Then you divide that 50 points by 2. Now this is not going to be in the game. You got to do the math yourself. You're going to divide that 50 points by excuse me. You are going to divide those points in general by 2, and that will tell you your IQ and if you are a Kimha kid. Now there isn't yes there is a win lose, but we don't know if we really want there to be, oh my gosh, we don't really know if we want a win lose in the game. Yes, you still have lives like you do in a fruit catch. You still have a health system that you still have a health system like you do in a fruit catch. You also have a score system like you do in a fruit catch. Now, every time you get a sequence wrong, you lose a heart. If you get the sequence right on the next round, like the last sequence right on the next round, you get your life back. It's pretty simple. So it's like you could be like, ah, damn, I messed up, and you lose a heart. And then, next sequence you're doing nothing but good and you get your heart back. It's like a regular arcade type game, you lose a life, you beat the high score, you get a life. That's how it is. Um, so as far as the win lose, like I said, I don't know if we would want that to be in the game because it just wouldn't be fair. So we're probably gonna make like a room or something where if you do lose, it just shows your current score. All right, and like I said, your game the game isn't going to divide by 2. You have to divide it by 2. Everybody knows that the average person IQ is somewhere between 90 and 100. So, but in the Kim Ha world and the Yailand Scary Mansion world, normal IQ is range from 50 to 100, which means that yes, even the intellectually disabled are considered average folks in Yailand because we do not discriminate. All right. So all this is gonna do for the game over screen, because if you do the win screen, it's going to just take you back to the home screen. But then again, it's 100 rounds, so it's not. The one thing about this game, I will admit, it's not going to keep you engaged, because if you lose the level, you have to restart that level. Like if you lose round 6, you have to restart at round 6. If you lose round 12, you have to restart at round 12. So it's not like fruit catch where you're halfway done, or you do endless mode and then they just erase your score. It's not going to be like that. Your score and stuff will still be up. It's just that you will have to restart at whatever level you screwed up in. It's a pretty big it's a pretty big project for the it's a small project for a game, but it's a pretty big project for us. um so as soon as we get done, it's just going to be a one-click purchase. All right, if you want the free version of the game, which will be the full version of the game, just email me at the email that I will have on the itch.io. But one thing about the free games is I'm only giving out 10 copies of the free games. So with the free game, with the itch.io page, I will update it every time somebody requests a new version of the game, and then a free version of the game, and I will send that free version through WeTransfer. Otherwise, once 10 of 10 slots have been filled, for those who want to play it, I'm sorry, friend or not, supporter or fan or not, you're gonna have to pay the $2. $2 is pocket change in our economy. So, I mean, if you can't afford a $2 game, I mean, can I really be talking? But yeah, the game is pretty fun. I think a lot of folks will love it if they request a free version through email. Um, I'll say I'm having a lot of fun editing it. I just stopped by to make this podcast. It's 12:45 now. I just stopped to make this podcast just to let you guys know. Um, so yeah. Um, if you wanna see more shitpost content, we'll try to get season 7, episode 10 out by the end of the month, and we'll try to get the compilation out by the end of next month. But as for season 8, we don't know when we're going to start it. We don't know if we should start it on the anniversary of the shitpost, which is either March 3rd for the Taker and Goop Boy, or it's August 13th, which is for the entire series. All right. But if we do get started, we're going to keep our schedule, and I will keep you guys posted uh by making community posts, okay? So, that's about it.